What's up, everybody? It's your boy, and we are going to talk about the Enigma. That is L.A. Knight. Yeah. Yo, so there's a lot of talk about L.A. Knight. Is he the next Fandango? I mean, because that's the last thing that you really have to measure him against. But the difference between L.A. Knight and Fandango is Fandango reached his thing, that thing reached national headlines. They were doing it in football stadiums, baseball stadiums. ESPN was talking about it. I mean, it reached, and then all of a sudden, it was just gone. It's like it just wasn't working anymore. So I never watched L.A. Knight in Ring of Honor. Never watched him in TNA. Just didn't. So the character he played in that, I don't know anything about it. And I hated him when he came onto the main roster as, I don't even remember his name, Maximum Male Model guy or whatever. And I remember like when he did My Name is L.A. Knight, and I was like, okay, all right, at least he's getting away from that character, because the character, in my opinion, was stupid. But a lot of people, if you actually do listen to the guy, L.A. Knight, he does sound like The Rock. And a lot of people are saying he's playing off of Stone Cold and he's playing off of The Rock, and you can see some similarities in the move. The people's elbow, he jumps up in the air. So he kind of got that Stone Cold swagger with him, with that walk, with the attitude. But the problem with L.A. Knight is he doesn't have that you can say an Austin 316 moment. And then the next day, he just blew up with the Austin 316 signs everywhere. And matter of fact, I don't even think Austin, that was the birth of Austin 316. But I think Austin got over even more when he had his match against Bret Hart. And then that was just a great match, and how it ended and everything. Let's see, who else? The Rock. The Rock, he doesn't have that die, Rocky, die moment. He doesn't have that Jim Ross interview of I am the effing game, or the with Mankind interview with Jim Ross. He doesn't have those type of moments. And matter of fact, I'm trying to think, Becky had a moment where she snapped because she was before she went anti-hero. I think she kind of lost a lot of that momentum when she had the baby, but she had that moment to fall back on. This is the moment where everything changed for her, and she just became that anti-hero. But with L.A. Knight, it's just like, okay, people are cheering him, and I think maybe the WWE universe, as a fan, hasn't had anyone like Stone Cold or The Rock that has good catchphrases that I can get along with. I mean, think about it. Any wrestler that gets up to the mic and asks a question, everybody says what? They still doing that after the fact. How many years Stone Cold's retired? They're still doing the what? And he just has that swagger. Does he remind me of anything from the Attitude Era? No, because when you think about the Attitude Era, you think about three things, maybe 3.5 things. You think about The Rock, you think about Stone Cold, you think about DX, you think about Mankind. That's what the Attitude Era is for me. And to me, he doesn't have any of those attributes where he's edgy like DX. He doesn't have that sort of attitude where he's going against the establishment like Stone Cold. He doesn't have that attitude where like you love The Rock, but then you love to hate The Rock. The attitude where it's like, hey, you like me? Okay, whatever. You hate me? So what? He doesn't have that. So he doesn't have a birthing moment. It's just that it's gradually over time, and it only takes one time that for like the WWE universe, if they do it, like certain stadiums can just go off or whatever. And I think his moment might have been WrestleMania, that in LA, that he was not a part of, that everybody was looking for him to be a part of. And I think the way that the WWE is going about it, you just don't put a title on him because the fans like him. No, you make him earn it. You make LA Knight earn it. Don't just give him a title and because the fans want it, because then that gets played out, and then what do you have left to fall back on? That's the Fandango mistake right there. It's like, okay, after that, what are you going to do? So, and his catchphrase is, let me talk to you. Yeah, everyone loves that. Everyone's like saying, hey, LA Knight. But you want the people to build up. The only person, 2 people in the company right now that has been having major heat, crowd reaction, has been Roman Reigns and Dominic Mysterio. Well, I guess you could say the bloodline. The bloodline. That, I mean, it's good. You think you're over with the bloodline and they just keep turning the page and you're like, oh man, I wonder what they're going to do next. That's the bloodline story. But Dominic, you just love to hate him, how he treated his dad, and that's still going on. Every time he gets to mic, the man, he's getting major heat, and you keep playing that. I'm glad the WWE put a title on him from NXT because it works. It works. It gives him some legitimacy in that. LA Knight, nah, don't give him the title. I think him feuding with The Miz is going to, look like I put on 20 pounds. I don't know why this camera is like this, but I ain't this big, y'all. But I think The Miz can bring out a moment with LA Knight. And the fact that Kevin Nash brought it up, the fact that on Friday you heard Paul Heyman bringing it up, the fact that you got The Miz, bringing it up, and somebody else brought up LA Knight or whatever, like the flash in the pants or whatever that they calling him, is he's getting the wrestling attention, but he hasn't. You kind of like, you don't want to give it away, give the people what they want. You want the people to keep clamoring for more, and you want to keep teasing them. So let's see, it's August right now. I will say by Survivor Series. I think that's the next big pay-per-view. Is that the next big pay-per-view, or is it Royal Rumble? I think it might be Royal Rumble. So, okay. No, Survivor Series. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Survivor Series used to be a Thanksgiving thing. So if it is Thanksgiving weekend, I would give him, it's August, September, October, November, 3 months. If he still has momentum going into Survivor Series, then you definitely put a belt on him. Yeah, I think Survivor Series, because Royal Rumble is before WrestleMania. So you definitely put a belt, or you put him in contention to get a belt or match. I mean, what do you give him the ice? Because Stone Cold didn't win the heavy. Everyone goes through the IC title. Every great wrestler, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Rock, these guys went through the IC title. I don't want to say great, because the Ultimate Warrior went through the IC title. So you definitely got to bring him up that way. So I'm thinking, have him feud with Miz. Obviously, it's going to go that way, where he finally beats the Miz after Miz cheating, whatever. But you got to definitely get the belt back on Austin Theory, because I think him and Theory can have a great match. They had a great match on Friday, this past Friday. I think you could, if Theory's is the champion by then, because I think like Theory was hot at one point, but I don't think he's had the ever since his feud with Seth Rollins ended. I don't think he's been that interesting to look at. Same thing with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Since the feud with the Bloodline has gone down, they've tried to continue to generate heat or whatever, but I think it's just gone downhill, which is why I think they just need to separate the tag titles and go back to Raw and SmackDown to balance everything out. But I'm going to give him till the Survivor Series. If he still has the same heat, momentum coming into Survivor Series, I think you pretty much line him up at the Royal Rumble to win it, and to make it like Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. You knew he was the last guy or whatever, or something coming in, so you knew that. But no, you put him in there at one, or at least in the middle, to fight his way. And because if you think about it, the fans chose LA Knight. That's what I want to say. The fans chose LA Knight. Think about Roman Reigns. When the WWE chose Roman Reigns, and everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble. They hated Roman because the WWE universe feels like me. I don't want you to tell me who to like. I want to like them for myself. Let them earn my like, which is why nobody really liked John Cena. I'm not a John Cena fan. I've never been a John Cena fan because I feel like after the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, they really just tried to push John Cena on everybody. They tried to push him as the next Hulk Hogan and your prayers, say your vitamins and all. They really pushed John Cena, and that's probably why guys my age didn't. My kids love John Cena because he was the McDonald's of the WWE. Everybody's going towards John Cena, but for me, the casual wrestling fan that grew up watching wrestling, don't push him on me. Let me build you up. Let me build him up. Let me show you that I like him, whatever. And when you look at guys that broke out of that, I mean, you see that it does work. Stone Cold, I doubt that they didn't have Austin 316. That was a moment that, wow, okay, I hate him now. I like him now. Die Rocky Die was a moment I hate him now, but it established him. Same thing, Triple H, I Am the Game. Triple H to me was second tier behind Shawn Michaels, even though he took DX to higher heights before I call it DX 2.0 because Michaels wasn't there when he joined with New Age Outlaws and added X-Pac and everything to it. I think that established him even more. Same thing with Mankind with his interview. I think it's moments like that they generate, that they just, I wasn't thinking about it and it just happened and I just said it and that's how it just happened. They created that moment. The fans liked that moment and the fans accepted rather that moment. Now we like you. Give me more. I want more. And so the same thing with LA Knight. He didn't really have any of those moments like Stone Cold, but whatever he's doing, the fans do like it. I think pretty much it's the catchphrases. WWE likes the catchphrases, so you can't just say WWE because AEW does the same thing. I mean, Adam Cole, baby, yeah. Daniel Bryan, yes, they love the catchphrases to get behind all of that. Why do you think they sing Jericho's song or whatever? Judas is. So, because they like something that they can sing along with, they like something that they can talk about and repeat after. That's what, and LA Knight, if you want to say he's a knockoff from the Attitude Era, in my opinion, he's only a knockoff when it comes to catchphrases and people getting behind those catchphrases. But again, is it sustainable? Can he sustain this moment? Again, that's why I say give him till Survivor Series. If he's able to sustain that and put on some good matches, because you can't just have catchphrases and not put out good matches. If you have catchphrases with good matches and good promos, then you're going to carry that over. Dom has the heat. Doesn't really have to have any catchphrases, doesn't have to have any good promos or anything like that, because you can tell he's still working on his promo skills, but everybody just hates him right now. So I think I'm going to give LA Knight till Survivor Series, and that's the way I feel about it. Yeah, but I do like him. I think he's good to watch. He's had some really good matches or whatever, and I think if you my opinion, I told my son this yesterday, is that if you do him like you did Kofi Kingston, that was a great storyline. That, okay, I want Kofi to win, because I don't think anybody knew Kofi was going to win the title when he came, and then like when he started winning, okay, there's something here. I love Kofi Kingston. He's been in there. His feud with Randy Orton was legendary. His rise to the top, and give him a shot. And then Vince McMahon stepped in. No, do this now. Okay, you lost. Let me throw out roadblocks so you don't win. And then you root for Kofi. And when he won the title at WrestleMania over Daniel Bryan, that was a real WrestleMania moment, because everybody felt like they were on a journey with Kofi and rooting for him. Yes, getting, yes. So I think LA Knight, I think the WWE right now is doing the right thing, bringing him along slowly, bringing him along to making people desire more from him. And I think they should keep that up. But it's up to LA Knight to keep that momentum with good matches, good promos. And if that's something that he can continue by Survivor Series, get that man a title shot and get him in the picture. Matter of fact, I would love to see, they would have to make Seth Rollins go heel, because I think him and Seth Rollins would be a good match. They would have to have him go heel in order to for it to be a good match. But or you could just, you don't have to go that right, good guy versus bad guy. You can just have two popular guys go at it. Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, the Four Horsemen, Midnight Express. So you can have two popular guys go at it, so to see who's gonna win it. So I think the Ultimate, Seth Rollins versus LA Knight, I think that can work, but not too fast. I mean, let him have that IC title, let him get that run in or whatever, and build it up and maximize all of that. So far, they can do a better job with the t-shirts that he's the LA Knight, yeah, or whatever. And I mean, I like the yeah movement and whatever, something like that, but they got to do a better job. I need a better design for his material. So that's my thought on the Enigma that is LA Knight and the fan craze and everyone hating on him right now. But I like what he's doing. I like what's happening. I like how Triple H is doing it. I think if Vince was in charge, Vince would have probably given him, matter of fact, Vince probably would have kept him as the maximum male model, whatever he was, doing that guy, Maximilian, I don't know what his name was, but Vince probably would have kept him like that. But I think the way Triple H is gradually throwing out breadcrumbs, giving a hint and teasing of what we're gonna do with LA Knight to keep fans wanting LA Knight. So again, it's all on him. Give him till SummerSlam, Survivor Series. If he's still hot by then, man, put that IC title on him, and then maybe by WrestleMania, you can get him and Seth Rollins. And I think, man, he might be the next big thing. He definitely might be the next big thing. So that's my thought. Peace.